Imagine that a total stranger somehow transforms your life by taking away the most painful, troubling problem you have. But then they tell you not to speak to anyone about what they did and to just act like the problem went away on its own. Would you keep what they did for you a secret? Hi, I'm Mac Frazier, pastor of the Washington New Church in Mitchellville, Maryland, and this is part 9 in the series, Let's Read the Gospel of Mark. If you're just joining the series now, I suggest you start from the beginning by following this link up here or the one in the description of this video. Last time, we read about how Jesus, after becoming locally famous in Capernaum for his preaching and for the miracles he had done, decided to head out to all the other towns of Galilee to preach and to cast out evil spirits there. In today's reading, we're going to meet a leper. Lepers, people who had leprosy, were considered ritually unclean. In the Bible, leprosy isn't one specific illness, but rather describes an entire category of skin diseases. Under the laws given through Moses, if you had one of these diseases, you had to live your life apart from everyone else, either until you were cured somehow, or, quite often, for the rest of your life. You had to dress a certain way, you had to loudly warn people if you were headed their way, and most importantly of all, no one was allowed to touch you. So, let's now read Mark chapter 1, verses 40 through 45. And a leper came to him, imploring him, and kneeling said to him, "If you will, you can make me clean." Moved with pity, he stretched out his hand and touched him, and said to him, "I will. Be clean." And immediately the leprosy left him, and he was made clean. And Jesus sternly charged him, and sent him away at once, and said to him, "See that you say nothing to anyone, but go. Show yourself to the priest, and offer for your cleansing what Moses commanded for a proof to them." But he went out and began to talk freely about it, and to spread the news, so that Jesus could no longer openly enter a town, but was out in desolate places, and people were coming to him from every quarter. Another miracle, and once again, Jesus tells someone to be quiet about it. This time, it's not an evil spirit that he's silencing, but rather the person he'd healed. And while the evil spirits were silenced, the former leper ignores the instructions of Jesus, seemingly without any consequences for the leper. But as a result, Jesus becomes so famous that he can't move about freely in any of the towns. Is that why he was trying to keep people quiet about his identity? It looks like that was at least part of the reason. And yet, he keeps doing things that draw attention to him. It's almost like he's of two minds about his mission. It goes back and forth over how he feels about it. One additional reason he may have told this particular person to keep things on the down low is that, technically speaking, what he did was a violation of Jewish law. The rule was, if you touched a leper, or any other person or object labeled as unclean, you then became unclean as well. Of course, when Jesus touched this person, it had the exact opposite effect. Instead of the leper's condition passing on to Jesus, Jesus removed the condition from the leper. But you can see how that might not stop him from getting in trouble with the religious authorities. Anyway, that concludes the first chapter of the Gospel of Mark. Next week, we begin chapter 2. For now, let's close by saying the Lord's Prayer together. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Thanks for joining me. If you're enjoying this series, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any future videos. And have a great day.